In this session, we'll talk about decision structures. We will write a program called the weather checker. This will demonstrate how to make decisions using if and else statements. The task is to write a program that checks the current weather, which is the temperature, and based on the temperature, make a decision what to wear. For example, if the temperature is hot, which means it's around above equal to 80, the program shall suggest to wear shorts and t-shirt. However, if it's not true, then we need to display wear pants and jacket. You can write a program to ask the computer user to provide the current temperature, and based on that, make that decision. Make sure you use if and else statement in order to perform the decision. Before that, let's figure out what the algorithm is. We're going to extract the temperature from the computer user, temperature. Then we're going to make a decision if the temperature is greater than or equal to 80. In case that's true, then we should display wear shorts and t-shirt. If it's not true, then we should display wear jeans and jacket. Let's code this in Java. The first thing we have to do is to use scanner to extract the information from the computer user by asking to enter the temperature. We expect an integer. That's where we're going to hold it in a variable called temp, just as a shortcut for temperature. We expect an integer, and that's how we get it input.nextInt. The first thing we have to do is to introduce this notion of the if statement. If statements will require us to have a Boolean expression inside of the parentheses. A Boolean expression is an expression that will return true or false, or will evaluate true or false. If you remember the algorithm, here we need to make sure if the temperature happens to be greater than or equal to 80. In order to perform that action, we need to compare temperature against the value of greater than or equal to 80. Why we use the relational operator greater than or equal? Because if we relate both variables, temperature and the value of 80, then it will return either true or false. In this case, if the temperature happens to be greater than or equal to 80, that means it's going to execute whatever is inside of these two curly brackets. The curly brackets will state the scope of whatever the resultant true expression that is inside of the if statement. If you remember the task, if it happens to be greater than or equal to 80, we should suggest to wear shorts and t-shirt. I will save, compile, and run this program in my console. Then we're going to have wear shorts and t-shirt. How about if it's 70 degrees? We got nothing. And the reason why we got nothing is because we only evaluate whatever is true inside of the scope of that if statement. How about if it's not greater than or equal to 80? If that is the case, we need to introduce another clause called else statement. The else statement will execute only if the condition temp greater than or equal to 80 is not true, which means if it happens to be false, Java will branch to the else statement and execute the opposite of that condition. If that's the case, we will wear pants and jacket. I'm going to save the program, clear the screen, compile, and then run the program. Suppose the temperature is 100 degrees. Then we suggest to wear shorts and t-shirt. But if the program reads that it's 70 degrees, we will suggest to wear pants and jacket.